guys, welcome back on our YouTube channel. We are the Young and Bold. We're very happy to have you back again, and today we have an awesome topic, and I believe it's going to be interactive, it's going to be fun, and make sure you talk to us. We want to see you comment, we want to see you give us your views down below. We will be very happy to see your comments. My name is Teresa Kabata. We are from KAG Faith Church, and I'm joined by some awesome guys. I want them to introduce themselves.
Hello guys, mimi ni Kevo. We're very thankful mmetujoin leo pia na tumai mtakuwa blessed na topic leo. I'm very sure one of you atakuwa blessed na topic leo.
I'm Jane and welcome guys.
Hello guys, I'm Julie and let's do this.
So karibuni tena, and our topic today is forgiveness. We want to talk about, najua kila mtu amewahi kuwa hurt at some point, maybe by a family member, a friend, a lover. There's so many things that cause us pain and cause us hurt. But again, we cannot continue to live in that place. Kwa hivyo leo nataka to discuss about forgive aje mse. How do we come out from holding grudges, from having our hearts with so much garbage, vitu kaa hizo. Najua haikuangi easy, it's easier said than done. So before we start, we have an activity, an illustration yenye tunataka kufanya to help us explain what we mean by forgiveness. So guys, when we are born, tunakuanga hivi. We are clean, our hearts are clean, our minds are clean, and hatuna anything. We are just happy, we are perfect. We come to the world on a clean sheet. And then life happens. So when life happens, your mommy hurts you, your dad hurts you, your first love hurts you. Oh. And then friends betray you, life becomes so hard, and then so many other things happen. So what happens to our hearts, to our minds? Tunakuwa something like this. We become so contaminated, such that tunakuwa na grudge. We are no longer happy, we are no longer the kids who are bubbly, our dreams are interrupted. There's a lot of unforgiveness in our hearts. You keep on remembering that mom said this, daddy was not there, my friends betrayed me, I trusted them, and so many things happen. And then we learn about forgiveness and what happens. Come with me. Ukiforgive mse na imagine sinifikie. You pour out the pain, you pour out the anger, you let go what they did, and as time goes by, you continue to forgiving someone says that I let go the pain, I let go what you guys did. Naanza kulearn that I don't have to hold you people in my heart. And then as time goes by, Christ gives us the healing, He gives us the joy, and maji yangu imeisha. But again, simnaona maji yangu imekuwa clean. We go back to the people that we were. We go back to that small girl. Every time you forgive, ni kama unatoa anger, unatoa grudge, unatoa some form of bitterness. Then life goes back to all the time. It goes back. Msione hiyo residue huko ndani. But you see, as much as I go back to perfect, tunabaki na scars, tunabaki na so many other things, but again we go back to being clean. That is what forgiveness does. Proverbs 4:23 says, guard your hearts above anything else jealously. Yani uguard heart yako na be jealous, ujifiche, make sure that nothing tampers your heart, because out of it flows the issues of life. And one of the things that tamper our hearts is unforgiveness. So that kawa say watuambie, ama is there a place a time in their lives when they were hurt by someone, when someone caused them pain. Yani wamewahi kuwa na time yenye wame experience pain. I don't know, ama maybe they live in heaven and then they come on earth kututembelea, you know. So nataka kwanza na Kevo, tell us whether there's a time in your life where you've been hurt by someone or something or anything that happened that caused you pain, and did you forgive ama bado umehold your grudge, ama how did you deal with that?
Yes. Forgiveness by then issue very very important and very key. Kusema tu kweli mimi nishaikuwa hurt. First of all, okay, kuna zingine zilikuwa before, but kuna moja ni very outstanding. Yeah, heartbreakers always. So mimi nilikuwa tu fresh up pale high school. No, kampo. So nikapata na udem alikuwa msupa, akafanya weka skip some beats. So nikamwona she's the one sent from heaven, yani. Yeah. So umekata kama hivyo. Nikasema sawa. Yeah, nikasema sawa. Azi nika withdraw tu, nikakatisha hiyo story hapo. Nikasema sawa. Na nikatoka nikaishia. I'm telling you zile zilikuwa zinatembea hapa. So huyo dem, by the way, as much as tulikuwa friends all through, tulikuwa 1.2, yeah, first year, second semester, all through campus life, sijai forgive, yet tulikuwa friends. So unaweza imagine the complication. We were talking, we were laughing, everything, but bado nilikuwa nasikia wewe. Yeah. So can't forgiveness, imagine sikumforgive. Until sometimes 2 months ago. Maybe 3.
Okay, so we are talking about how many years?
Yes.
Have you had your
Nimebeba.
But for how many years?
It was 1, 2, 3, around 4 years. 4 good years. Yeah. It was that bad.
Jane, has someone ever hurt you or caused you pain, and when you forgive ama bado una feel like forgive lakini tutaongea tu?
Okay, I wouldn't say I'm petty, but I think I'm sensitive. Mostly what hurts me is words. The words, you might say it like, okay, ujai sema ni kama you are harsh or anything, but when they get to me, I think about things a lot. So I might translate it in another way. So also in campus, there was this guy. Okay, I believe
you guys and you girls.
I believe hakuwa na mimi like kunihurt in any way, but alikuwa anajaribu kuni explaining me to me like you are this and this, but naona no you haunijui, lakini anajaribu kuonesha no wewe ndo haujijui. So okay, not petty, sensitive. Nilichukua ikiwa something awful na nikaibeba sana. So okay, tuliendelea kuongea, but hata in the course of kuongea bado nilikuwa nakumbuka alisema I am like this, alisema I am sijui proud, alisema sijui I am what. So it wasn't so much comfortable all the time. Nah, it took time because I tend to deal with my issues also some months ago, like 2 months ago.
Okay, you will tell us what happened 2 months ago.
Telling people wanapenda vitu hapa nje.
We're going to hear what happened 2 months ago. So Julie?
Yeah, definitely. I've been hurt by people, by siblings, parents, friends. They have hurt me, but also me, I've hurt them too. Why? Because I'm only human and they are only human. And the moment I will stop hapo kwa hurt.
How did they hurt you? Like, is there that one episode ama scene yenye unaweza kumbuka until now that made you feel like that one
ilikuwa mzito?
Yes, it's there, but sijai iache stop hapo. Forgiveness happens.
You mind sharing it?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind.
No, give us your story. You have to give us one incident.
Yeah.
They have been very specific.
Yeah, but itabidi useme.
You know what? I hate to say this, but me ndo what stand
When you hurt
Yeah,
sana.
I think
Okay,
about
tell us
that.
how you hurt them. Ama,
You
you hurt people more, ama they hurt you more.
I think I hurt.
So I think what Julie is trying to say is something that I've been thinking about. Maybe we can start on that topic with her, on self-forgiveness. There are times, personally, I will say, I left a certain job, sitasema the company's name, but I left in a way that felt like, ouch, that was not right. You should not have done that. So later, after I left that place, I stayed for about maybe 1.5 years, kama siyuko job. And of course, what goes in my mind, God is punishing me because I left malenge. I felt like I left with a lot of pride. I should have been more courteous. So it took time for me to forgive myself and to understand that maybe I was young. I think I was 20. So when I left that place, and then I stayed for that long without a job, I felt like God was punishing me. Like I've said, it's like nilitoka in a prideful way. So I got to a place where I had to tell myself, no, what it is that you need to forgive yourself. You are young, maybe stupid, ignorant, and all those things. Even though I feel like when Julie says that she hurts people, I would like her to tell us how the process of maybe forgiving yourself, how has it been when you feel umewa hurt, una come back aje to realizing this was the right thing to do. Because personally, I feel leaving that place was the best thing for me to do at that time. I just didn't do it the right way. Kwa hivyo Julie, unaweza tuambia, do you get to a place where you're learning self-forgiveness?
You know, someone said that the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is an attribute of the strong. And for me, learning to be strong at forgiving, I had to drop grudges against those that had hurt me for my peace of mind, for me to have joy within me. So I'm constantly being strong at forgiving. See, forgiving myself has been one of those tough things to do, and me realizing that I'm the one who suffers the most after this not forgiving myself, I decided that and I'm still on that path of learning to forgive myself.
Matthew 18:22, it says that we should forgive. How many times, guys?
70 times, 7 times.
Sabini mara saba.
So we should forgive 70 times, 7 times in one day. I'm not sure there's any one person on earth mwenye anaweza kukosea those times. It's almost for 90 times in a day. So forgiveness is something that has been given to us as, I think, an order for us to forgive. Kwa hivyo, we'll be talking about 2 parts of forgiveness. Self-forgiveness, that is what we have been trying to talk about. And now forgiving others. So guys, I want you first to tell me how can you define forgiveness? What do you understand when you hear someone say forgiveness? What is your understanding of forgiveness?
Okay. So I'm thinking forgiveness is like najaribu kurelate forgive and atone, but atone is like a complete change of behavior. But forgiveness, it's like unajirelease. Ni kama unasamehea mtu kwa makosa aliyokufanyia kwako, unaona, whether or not I'm asked for forgiveness or not. This is basically and purely for your well-being, peace of mind. So as for me, forgiveness, definition in dictionary sina, but kinajua tu ni you just let that heaviness yenye some people cause to your heart one way or another, because it's very inevitable, to just release it. Yeah.
So basically forgiveness is letting go negative feelings.
Yeah.
Because then we forgive for positive things. It's the negative things that we let go from our hearts. So I was supposed to come to you still and tell me what happened 2 months ago.
Yeah.
when you forgive someone? Before tuende kwa Jane, so shortly tell us what changed your heart that made you get over something that you held in your heart for 4 years.
Yeah. So imekuwa process because nilikuwa very conscious that I did not forgive her. I was very conscious. So now ilikuwa inanifanya na go through a cycle of behaviors because since it was a romantic sort of unforgiveness. Yeah, so ikakuwa a sort of very negative love cycle, unaona. So it was like I was using another lady ndo nionekane za mtumia ni msahau. Naona hiyo iwork, so na move to another one, unaona. So all along tena una carry along some unforgiveness, unaona, because I broke some people's hearts which they did not deserve totally. So nikona lazima ni put a stop. So some 3 months ago nikamcall, she's in Mombasa, Mombasani. Nikamcall nikamwambia, by the way, me since first year I've never been over you and I've been carrying it. Nimefeel ni kama I really hate you. Acha nitumie hiyo word though in a sort of strong. So nikamwambia and then nikamexplainia and then hata yeye alikuwa shock actually. Alikuwa anajua it was very good when you move on considering tuko tunacheka. Yeah. So it was actually open up the fact that sipo nimemsamehea. It was very easy for me. Unaona, nilifeel hiyo weight nimeitoa. Okay, sijaona bado some physical but it's a feeling, you know. Una get, you know, you feel good. Yes, you come but
so you're telling us that one way of letting go the pain and forgiving a person is actually telling that person, I forgive you and mean it. Unajua kuna time tunasemanga like you said, ulikuwa unamwambia sana nilikusamehea ama you're good, we are laughing but I'm still hurt. So you come to a place of total forgiveness, you're actually letting that person know,
actually,
I forgive you.
Yeah. Actually, forgiveness iko somewhat two ways, because kuna mtu unaweza mfikia if umenikosea I can get to you physically and then nikwambia ulinifanyia hivi na hivi. Now it's upon you kama utaomba msamaha. But now say if mtu amenikosea and then he or she is not alive yet, unaona, he or she is dead. So huwezi approach umwambie ulinifanyia hivi na hivi. So hawezi pata any sort of action from his or her side. So ina depend on you totally. So it's 100% your control. You either decide to forgive and let go or not. Yeah.
Perfect. So 2 months ago, Kevin came to a place and I was like, okay. Yeah. And actually, what he's saying is, hurt people.
Go on hurting other people.
Yeah, if I'm hurt, I'll hurt another person. And they don't even know what is happening. So when I'm hurt, another person comes, I hurt them. Or when I'm hurt, I'll be bleeding on very innocent people. And then it creates it creates a circle. Wanaenda wakifeel like, they didn't even take time to understand. So in their minds, they're wondering, why did you do that? So guys, forgiveness is very important. Jane, what happened 2 months ago? How did you get over the fact that this person, I forgive you?
Yeah.
To me, I think mine was from a different approach because I've also carried things about myself that I was angry at myself. So all this, I'm angry at people, I'm angry at myself. There was a lot of sadness in me. So at one point I was like, okay, I'm tired of this. I want to solve this. So it was a long journey because, okay, again I said I'm sensitive, I think. So I didn't approach anyone to tell them you did this to me. Actually, I have the problem with telling someone you have done this to me. I will take it at heart. Now you don't know you did something. So me coming to you telling you clean up on appear, it's a problem. So I will forgive you and I'm fine. But I will never be able to come to you and tell you you did this and this, but I forgive you. Yeah. So mine started 2 months ago. I think I was doing detox on myself.
Detox.
Yeah, I was doing detox. So I wanted to clear things, to have a new start, like fresh. So I had to first forgive myself because it was also a bit impossible for me to forgive them before I could deal with my own self. So I first started by forgiving myself. Then I was like, okay, what they did, what they said, and everything is. Let me just, yeah, okay. Actually, some of it it's true because it hasn't even been said by one person. So I sat down. We were heavy, and it has been a pattern. So I think it's true. So I need to deal with that. So actually, they were actually trying to tell me there's this thing that is wrong that you need to deal with. But I was taking it like, why are you even judging me in the first place? You also have issues. So the anger was coming from that point, like you're not supposed to be judging me. So okay, I forgive them and I am on a journey of forgiving myself. That's why I look bright and
So just because I forgive, does it mean I forget Julie? Just because I forgive someone or just because I forgive myself, does it mean I forget? As in just, kuna miracle you happen at inakuwa erased, I don't remember it anymore, it's never working. Or
works on God.
just gone like forever and ever.
Wish me.
Julie, what do you think?
You know, I think that our environment has put it that way that you can forgive but you cannot forget. But it has to come from within us. If I'm willing to forgive you, I must be willing to forget whatever you've done to me. And that for me and for all of us, it has to be a willing
heart.
Something that is coming from.
Yeah, the moment it's coming from within, then you don't have to look at what has been said for you.
But I cannot forget.
Yeah, kuna wenye hizi sahau.
See, kuna
No,
wenye
sometimes it's not okay also to forget because all that, I think it brings, you learn something from that. So you forgetting it, you might as well be forgetting the lesson that came from that.
I think forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means remembering I forgive. Every time I start feeling the bitterness, the anger, reminding myself that God requires me to forgive this person and I forgive that person. Again, forgiveness comes to a place where when I remember what happened, your pain haiko.
Yeah.
It's having, for example, there's mostly ile kitu inatumikanga ni a wound. When you have a wound, that wound is painful as long as it's not healed. But once it heals, the scar is not painful. So for me, forgiveness would come out something like that. Like I'll have a scar, like Jenna said about lessons. I have a scar that reminds me I did this and this, but it's not painful.
Yeah,
you agree with me, guys?
I mean, I had a add-on. Yeah. So your point ya forget, definitely human memory. Kwanza, if at all no really hurt. If I look at you, if it was a big heart, definitely ndakumbuka. It's sort of a response, human response. So Kenya mean I get by forget, it's not holding what that someone did against him again. No, you just take the lesson, yeah, but you release. Kimona, you don't feel the heaviness you're gonna feel before. Yeah. So for forgetting me, I give on a negative perspective.
Does it mean that the person was not guilty of what they did?
At some point they were, and at some point they were not. I've come to learn that in the way. At some point, it's not okay. Tulikuwa tunakasirikianga kina mom, kina dad. Anajaribu correct but unaona hapana, this guy akona beef na mimi. So at some point it's not always like they mean to hurt you. Sometimes they mean good, but the way you carry it makes the big difference.
So forgiving ourselves. Let's talk about when I'm the one who has hurt myself. For example, maybe I feel I had set goals for my dreams. By the time I'm 22, 24, I want to have done this and this and this and this. And then by the time you're 24, it hasn't happened. Maybe I want to have set a bar that is too high for me, especially for firstborns. You have to act like a role model, a deputy parent. So the pressure is real. Sometimes we hurt ourselves. If maybe at some point we find an abortion, or there's so many things that we do that hurt me. myself, I hurt myself. How do you go about that? Maybe, Kevo, how do you go about forgiving yourself, or have you ever hurt yourself at some point?
Have I hurt myself?
Not aware.
Sisi happy people hata tujuange kama tumejihurt. Yeah, but definitely hurting like
Or maybe I would say, have you ever disappointed yourself?
yeah, hapo now ni severally actually, yeah. Not severally, a lot. So the one yenye nataka kusema yenye ina relate sana na hicho topic leo ni kuhusu my dad, my relationship with my dad. I am usually very hard on my dad. Sijui kama ni juu because when I was growing alikuwa pia hard on me. Maviboko tulikuwa tunatandikwa, so now nikianza ku grow up and then yone choices anafanya ni kama, according to me, I feel no, these are very wrong decisions. Hadi na nilikuwa namwambia inakanika tunakuro, yani to the point ananiambia kama utaki kukaa na sisi hapa enda ukae na mama yako. You get? So tuki have that quarrel, I usually feel bad. I feel nasikia uchungu, unaona? So I had to sort of forgive my dad and forgive myself. So you can make sense. Okay, I hope it makes sense, yeah. Because it was really bad. Nilikuwa na feel kama some things alikuwa anafanya hakuwa anazi think through, unaona? And then they ended up costing our family very severely. So I was not forgiving to my dad before. Ilikuwa I was really hard on him. Tulikuwa tunaletana juu vibaya sana. Mind you, I was the second born. So kama first born Azushi, who am I to to my dad, eh?
Guys, let's be real about these two things. About the ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends and past relationships that hurt us. And also, let us talk about parents. Drama, if you've lived with your parent at some point, I'm sure they have hurt you. Maybe for Kevo, it's him and his dad. It's the fact that you're two irons in the same basket. You're bound to hit on each other. So let us talk about having the quarrels with parents. You're living with them, but you're feeling like, mimi nataka kufanya hizi vitu this way. Like, I have a mind of my own. Right? Niko hata si 18. So I want to have a mind of my own. That is just a minor issue that I'm talking about. But there are those times, I don't know if you guys have had those issues when you felt like, even if not ourselves personally, I feel there are people who maybe have been hurt by their parents, maybe growing up without a mom, growing up without a dad, or maybe the relatives were hurt or something. Julie, what do you think? Are there relatives, or not just, it doesn't have to be personal. What would you say about forgiving maybe hurts that are caused by other people, like a parent who was absent when you were growing up, or a relative who took advantage of issues just because maybe you lost a dad or you lost a mother or something?
I would like to start by saying there's a purpose in all these setups that we do. So once we learn that, you see, when you are spending much time with these people, this relative and your parents and siblings, it becomes inevitable to hurt each other and to kukorofishana. So like me, spendi kuambia nifanye kitu, spendi kushinda ukinirudia ukiniambia like I know what I'm supposed to do, so wacha ikwe hapo. And you see, when najiambia hizo vitu but sisemi, siongei, so there's no in a place hakuna communication, you're not communicating. So you don't expect someone to know what you feel or what you want them to see so that at least kukuwe na some sort of openness. So I believe like kuongea
Kuongeleshane kwa
ni
nyumba.
muhimu, kuongea, don't assume. Tuache kuwa so assuming and tukue watu real. Yani that is the only place, family, that is the only place you can be real with everyone. With your dad, with your sister, with your brother, that is the only place you can be really authentic and wanaweza kupata. It's not hard when we become real with ourselves.
And again, like Julie is saying, na pia Jen I think mentioned, parents are people, I believe that right now when people are staying at home, hey, kuna vitu mingi sana zina happen in those houses.
Vita.
Hizo nyumba ziko World War II, World War ngapi? Ziko, I think ziko 6 sahi. So much is happening. So we need to come to a place where we find it. And you know, right now inaweza kuwa like it's for a moment, but again, there's a seed that is being planted. So unaweza pata something that happens now ikikuwa unforgiveness or a weight that you carry in your heart going forward. And like we said, hurt people. So if I'm hurt na nibebe your heart, then it means nitapata maybe hata nimehata hadi watoto wangu. So let us, as we stay at home with our parents, tukae tukiwa
tukiongeleshana,
tuongee na wazazi, tujue, I think tunafaa kuweka pia line.
Utekaje line na wazazi?
Set boundary.
Ujue this is where sipiti. You know, when we talk, say hatuko ile time ya kina our grandparents when what they say is final. Right now, I think our parents are at a place where they can listen to us. We can always come to an agreement, right?
Yeah.
So let us talk to our parents. I don't know, but I want to believe that our parents can listen to us. And if your parents won't listen, then let us take our place as children. To go home, so let us take our place as children. We need to obey. So at the end of the day, just step back, but make sure you don't hold a grudge against them.
Yeah.
So Kevo, would you like to add something?
Yes, a lot. Yeah, hapo kwa parents, hiyo topic ni sensitive kwa uja note juu. First of all, kwanza kwa uja move out or under the roof of your dad and your mom, they have every right to
Over you.
Like me kuna siku tuliletana joka niambia ni mimi ndo nalipa rent, hii nyumba ni yangu, so ukitaka kuweka sheria zako tafuta kwako, you know.
Hallelujah.
So you have to find your balance, yani ujiplace vizuri, unaweza stukia you are homeless. So like my dad, by then mimi sikuwa nimemforgive for a very long time until some few years ago nilianza ku grow up, nikafeel kama some maturities zinaanza ku kick in kidogo, so nikaanza kuona. But there's some of the reasons you can just ongelea easy. Our parents, they carry some of the things they went through. So
their child.
yes. So when I carry it, so ukijaribu ku hold it against him, na hata yeye mwenyewe hata ajui ako hivyo. Unaona, it's sort of not being fair to them because they're trying, wanatupenda after all, right? They try everything for us, wanatukasulia, tuende chuo, tuvae poa. So if at all uko na roof, unakula, you're provided for your parents, kuna pia some part of respect unafaa kupatia as much as wanaweza kuwa na shortcomings, you know. So finding the balance to forgive them and respect them despite of hizo vitu zingine zote.
Also, let us forgive our parents, or not just our parents. Forgive people who hurt you, even if they are not sorry. Because some people will never come to you and tell you, oh, I'm sorry. Hata maybe hawataijua walikosea. So just learn to like forgive people and anyone who hurts you. Yeah, even if they are not sorry. At the end of the day, it benefits who?
You.
Inakubenefit
Or me.
mimi mwenyewe, yeah. But again, I'm coming back to the parents back at home. If you're staying with your children at home, guys, tunaweza advise wazazi pia sisi.
Wametupatianga sana by the way.
Let us take the place of the children at home.
Yeah.
What is that one thing that you feel like this was not right? Because I want to believe that as parents, our children have something to say. And just because they have something to say doesn't mean that the way you were brought up, tunaambiwa ati tunashindanga tukisema hivyo, but these are two different generations. And don't talk about right now. They are two different generations. So understanding, if you don't talk to your children, you will not understand them. You will not know where they're coming from. What do you guys think? Anyone? So can anyone take question?
Let me start please.
Yes, Anna.
Najua nimeongea sana man, lakini hizi ni topics zinaniguza sana, yeah. But I won't talk in that sana. So first of all, wazazi wanafaa kusikiza watoto wao na wa take into considerations what they are saying. Haiwezi cost anything. Just try and listen. That's all.